enchanting Ourika Valley in the foothills of the Atlas Mountains is just an hour from Marrakesh. It's the final day of the Moroccan Culinary tour, and the gastro-nomads are all feeling the rigours of their week-long dinner party. So, the peace and tranquility of Nectarome, a garden complex set in the valley, is just what they need. Nectarome is based in an organic aromatic garden and is designed so visitors can experience the plants and herbs used in the company's wellness products. This place is absolutely magical and wonderful because it's full of herbs that a lot of us grow in our garden, but we've forgotten what their medicinal uses are. In medieval times, everybody knew why they had rosemary in their garden. Because it was good for the digestion. People knew why they had lavender in their garden, because it is a calmant and it's also very good for your hair. And we've kind of lost that knowledge, so it's really nice to come here and hear about all the medicinal qualities. The complex also helps sustain the local area by recruiting workers from the local village of Ourika. Thanks to their hard work, we're all overcome with gladness at the delicious sense of mints, thymes, geraniums and such like. Our beautiful and knowledgeable guide has everyone swooning and also taking on board the medicinal uses of the plants.
This is irises, and what we use from this plant is just the roots, the powder of the roots, to brighten your teeth here.
Really?
It's very good for blood sugar.
Yes.
Regulates sugar.
Oh, this is called tansy, and it smells slightly eucalyptusy.
It regulates blood sugar.
It regulates blood sugar. So my brothers who are diabetics need to be eating tansy.
Plants that we have here just to show, because for the products we need a lot of plants. For example, to distill a plant, we need more than 5 tons of plants to get essential oil. For example, rose, we have to distill 5 tons of rose petal to get just 1 liter.
There are herbs that I don't see much of at home nowadays, but they take me right back to my chefing days in Paris. This is Shehyoat, or savoury, which the French use a lot in their cooking. David says that he makes an omelette with it, but we tend not to use it very much.
It
Smells absolutely beautiful. I think it would be beautiful with chicken because it's like a cross between rosemary and thyme.
Here we have these spices. This is caraway seeds, this one.
Nectarome creates and markets essential oils, herbal infusions, and beauty products using traditional Moroccan wisdom as a starting point. And none is more Moroccan than Argan oil from the almond-shaped fruit of the indigenous Argan tree. This lady here is grinding Argan nuts, which are grown in Morocco, not in this particular area, and they're mostly run by women's cooperatives. And what is over there is some Argan nuts roasting. So they do 2 kinds of oil. They do roasted and plain. And I mean, obviously in the big cooperatives, they have great big grinders. But this demonstration here is a small version of it. And she only puts nuts in. She doesn't put water, nothing else. And this thick paste comes out. And then she, with her hands, she manipulates the paste and adding water. And it separates into hard paste and oil right in front of your eyes. It's quite magical. This oil is quite something. It's rich in vitamin E and essential fatty acids. The roasted version is used as a culinary oil. Argan is the 3rd ingredient in a very good spread called amalou, comprising almonds and honey. And the unroasted cold-pressed argan oil is used for cosmetics. The downside of which is you tend to smell slightly like a peanut butter sandwich all day. Absolutely gorgeous, nutty, roasty flavour.
If I've worked my students hard in the cooking classes, then here's their chance to let go and relax.
This is a foot bath with special salts in it, and you sit here for about 30 minutes having a soak, and then you get a foot massage. It's not always just about food, you know. There's a lot of decadence in Morocco.
Nectarome's lunch offering is, of course, really delicious and follows the Moroccan tradition of abundance and then some. A tagine pungent and unctuous with delicious argan oil and peas, and herbaceous salads galore. Everyone's beginning to admit that after a week of magnificent dining, it's almost time to put the brakes on. Almost, but not quite. Coming up, inspired by the gardens of Nectarome, I'm going to create 2 perfumed salads back in my kitchen. And we wrap our culinary week with a huge party in a sumptuous Marrakesh home. Food and tourist traps can be decidedly average, and Morocco is no exception. You have to know where to look. And Morocco is primarily a home cooking country. It's not a culture where ordinary people eat out all that often. So, as I always say, if you meet someone in Morocco and you are invited home to their mother's house, you say yes, because that's where you'll find the best food. And we've certainly made the most of this. Radija Adatas Mayoun is a fabulous cook, and to encounter her rustic home dishes and learn direct from her experience has been a privilege and a pleasure. The same definitely goes for Amina in Marrakesh. So, why did I choose Morocco as a culinary destination? It's easy, really. This cuisine is so well developed and so complex with its spices, herbs, and various accompaniments. There's respect for food, and amongst many Moroccans an understanding that food shouldn't just taste great, it should be medicinal as well. I take such inspiration from this culinary tradition. And one great thing about it is that you can adopt the flavors and methods in your own cooking, but still infuse it with your own style.
Inspired by Nectarome, I'm going to make a broad bean salad, which is very classic in Morocco, and a tossed green salad with herbs, any kind of herbs I can find in my garden, and little flowers. What Moroccans do is, when they say salad, they normally mean a cooked salad. Most of their salads are cooked, and they're served in little bowls, and you get maybe 6 little different ones. This would be one of many that would be served. And they cook them, and then they let them just go to room temperature, and they eat them like that. They don't have salads in the way that we do. So the first thing you do with broad beans is you have to take the pods off, because the skins are really kind of cardboardy, unless you get them really, really tiny and really fresh straight out of the garden. You really do have to take the skins off, and it's really easy. You just do a little pinch like that at the top, and it plops out. The next stage is you saute some onions and garlic and cumin till it's nice and golden, and then you throw the broad beans in on top. Now you don't want too much onion, because you don't want the salad to taste of onion. And the other thing we need is garlic. I never use garlic presses because it drives me crazy trying to clean them. We're going to saute the onions and the garlic in hot olive oil, and also a teaspoon of cumin seeds. It's always a good idea when you're using seeds or nuts in recipes to saute them first, because the heat releases the essential oils in the seeds and makes them much more tasty. Now, once those are golden, we put the beans in,
And just heat them through, so that would take 1 or 2 minutes. Moroccans love overcooking everything, I have to say. I like things to still be a tiny bit crunchy, and which also retains a beautiful bright green colour. Right, that's perfect. Now, we just quickly chop up some of our gorgeous fresh mint. If you don't like mint, you could use coriander or Italian parsley. Those are the 3 herbs that Moroccans live on. So you would do the equivalent of maybe, I don't know, 2 tablespoons. Put the broad bean salad in a bowl, ready for serving. Put the mint in. Put a little bit of sea salt in. And the last thing is to just give it that zhuzh, a little bit of lime juice. You don't need to add any more oil because you've already cooked it in quite a bit of olive oil. So that goes over the top. And you toss it. And there it is, Moroccan broad bean salad. So I'm going to make a simple tossed salad, a little vinaigrette to go with it. And a vinaigrette is basically some finely chopped shallots. Shallot is kind of the Rolls Royce of the onion family. Another thing we need is some Dijon mustard, some lemon juice. I really like vinaigrettes made with lemon juice rather than vinegar. I just always think they taste more summery and more fresh. You rub the lemon juice into your hands because it makes them soft like a film star's. Some grated pepper for a bit of zhuzh. Very important to put lots of salt in a vinaigrette because the reaction of the salt with the acid is what produces the base of the flavour. So you get that very, very nicely whisked all together, and then you slowly add the olive oil in a thin stream. Taste it. You always taste as you go with cooking. It's really important. Don't just follow a recipe. If you think that you'd like more olive oil or more lemon juice in that, for your taste, you put it in. Now, you put in a little mixture of greens. This is rocket, which has the most gorgeous mustardy flavour. We've got some coriander, some mint from Le Jardin. And it doesn't need to be chopped up, you just tear it in big pieces. Some parsley. And it's really nice eating herbs in big pieces like that rather than kind of in tiny little pieces. This is beautiful. This is one of my favourite herbs, tarragon. When you smell tarragon, you think of roast chicken and béarnaise sauce. We've got some basil. And now we sprinkle some of our flowers on. And what you do is you only ever put enough vinaigrette or salad dressing on a salad to just barely cover the leaves. There should never be any sauce clinging to the plate. 2 tablespoons is more than enough, and obviously you put the vinaigrette on right at the last minute, just before you're about to serve it. And that's it, it's ready. Bon appetit.
Well, we've finally come to the end of our week-long dinner party. We've explored Marrakesh.
You guys, I always have my birthday in places that are not
Italian or I'm in some country where I don't know anybody. So it's very nice for a change to be surrounded by friends.
Adriana, of course, is the Italian owner of the Hotel du Trésor, which I virtually took over and turned into a culinary school. And this is a fascinating glimpse into his fabulous expat lifestyle. The week is declared a huge success. We've gone below the surface. We've met people and experienced and shared more than just food. Real life-affirming connections have been made, and my gastro-nomads will cherish their memories in the years to come. Because this is a movable feast, and there's a world of food to explore. I hope you can join me.